This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby. There it is, guys.
Monday, buddy.
That's right.
Now, I don't
Got a
know
lot
if
to talk about.
We have a ton to talk about.
Yeah.
Now,
you hear about these fires?
I was going to say, now, your boy was here all during the fires.
You were.
About 5 miles from my house.
Yeah.
You decided to just, I'm out. And you left.
It gets worse. Because when we had the evacuation orders, my wife...
Why would you guys evacuate Manhattan
Somebody
Beach?
fucked up. Somebody,
the fake...
Yep. Somebody hit the wrong button or something. So everybody, even down the South Bay, it's like you might have to evacuate.
Oh,
now,
just for people that aren't in California. So again, the political system here is crushing it. So those emergency evacuation orders come to your phone like an Amber Alert. Somebody fucked up. They take no accountability. Like, oh, it's just the system we run. And it sent it to counties that were nowhere near the fire and forced them to evacuate.
So all of us are like,
go on.
All of us are like, what? We might have to evacuate. But I had a plane to catch, Bubba, because I have to do Rogan the next day and then shoot my special.
Which now most of the listeners are just finding out now, because when I say this, you are the worst marketer of all time in the entertainment industry. But carry on. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that because I'm a complete
it's
fuck
insane.
up.
Yeah.
So, but I posted a lot of pictures yesterday.
I didn't see it.
After you told
Too
me.
late. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I look at my wife and I go, she's holding the baby, 3-year-old, and I go, I gotta go.
You got this, right?
You got it. I go, you'd be all right.
There's
Real hero.
also there's no fire.
No, it's not
for
fire.
you guys.
It was fine. I knew it was fine. It was totally fine.
Yeah,
that air was bad though. Kids had to stay in because we got the wind was blowing
Santa
toward
Ana
us.
winds.
Yeah, and then my car was covered in ash, and you ever hear Kevin Nealon's joke about that? It's like these fires, man. I'll tell you, I mean, I'm way out. I'm away from them, but my car was just covered in ash, and I just came out this morning, and my car just got ash on it, and I was like, why me? Like, why me? so funny. Yeah, these fires.
You missed a hectic time, dude. I'm talking. We had to evacuate.
I was with Rogan when you were sending us pictures.
Yeah,
we were in the green room of the mothership.
Oh, really?
Passing those pictures around because those fires looked a little too close to you.
2.5.
Like there was a fucking giant cloud. It looked like the horror movie where it's like, we got to get out. We can't. We don't have time.
Pompeii?
It looked like Pompeii.
I sent you guys that picture. I was at the top of my street, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But Wednesday is where
You're so lucky the wind didn't blow. Because if the wind had blown it that way, you couldn't have breathed.
House
Let's
on
put it
fire.
that way.
Yeah, because on Wednesday, when everything was going down, I was like, "All right, I wonder if we're gonna have to evacuate." And then I see where it is. I'm like, "It goes over that hill. We're in trouble." But Santa Ana winds are going toward. That's why Palisades burnt down because it started up high and then went towards the ocean. But then our power gets shut off. I'm like, well, that's not good. It's like mid-afternoon, the power gets shut off. I'm like, that ain't good. Because with Billy, she needs electricity for all her shit.
Yeah.
And then my fish are going to die. So I got to figure that out.
Your fish okay?
Fish, I made them, mouth to mouth for their ones.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, but my gate, I had to open up manually. And this time it's nighttime. So I'm jumping out. This kind of scary, right? So I'm pushing the gate myself. And then I look down the street. I'm like, because there's helicopters all over, dude. Like fucking Vietnam, Forrest Gump style. Just
what are they doing? Dropping water or what?
Yeah. They drop right over our heads. So I'm like, what the fuck? This is chaos, right? And then I see a fire truck right across the street from us, like right down the street. And I look over and I see another one, like multiple fire trucks up on top of the street. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, oh my God, it's coming this way. They're preparing because it's coming this fucking way. So I walked down and talked to the firefighter. I'm like, hey man, we didn't get a evacuation order, but I know we're like under warning. And he's like, yep. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? He's like, if those winds decide to change, it's gonna get bad, dude. I go, should I? And he was a younger firefighter. I go, should I evacuate? He goes, you have kids? I go, yeah, and I got infant. He goes, get up. I'm like, right now? He's like, right now.
Fuck. And because I talked to a
the
fireman.
Palisades, if you wait for our fucking competent fucking government to tell you when to get out, it's too late. So the people in the Palisades, because there's not a lot of ways to get out, we're stuck.
Yeah.
And they have to leave their cars and evacuate with their cars blowing up.
Dude, I looked at houses there 8 years ago, I think it
Palisades?
was. Right?
I used to live there.
Remember that? Yeah.
I used to live there.
Yeah. I looked at the houses 8 years ago. The last thing you thought, and I couldn't afford them on the alphabet streets. They were just a little too expensive.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like just a little too expensive.
Yeah.
But I wanted to live there. It was such a cool, beautiful.
It's great.
And the last thing you think in the alphabet streets, which were these little homes with families, and it was just beautiful. You never thought, no one when you were buying a house said fire, because fire would never reach down there. Definitely not the Gelsons, not the gas station. Like it's the town. It's the town center. It's the last thing you would have thought, right?
State Farm said, not us.
Oh, the best. Well, and I've been reading about the fact that they had these. So they said that. So you'll love this. So about a year ago, actually more than that, maybe a year and a half ago or so, they say they put in the budget. Let's replace these old wooden pylons with that hold up the electrical wires with metal ones that are not flammable and are stronger and won't fall over in a wind. Guess what? As they were doing that, one of the environmental minders there saw that they were digging up 180, I don't know what they're called, bushes, 180 bushes that were indigenous to the area. They put a stop to it.
Of course.
A year later, the permit came through a year later where they were given the go-ahead to start doing that construction again. And then they had to wait longer and it never happened. And so a lot of times brush fires are also caused by electrical wires falling. Yeah, dude. Lines, yeah. Now we know all that. I talked to a fireman. He said, when a brush fire starts, even a small one, we're out there for 8 hours. When you have winds like that, there's nothing you can do. So here's my thing. You correct me if I'm wrong. If you know that, if State Farm says we're canceling 69% of all your policies because we asked Los Angeles
in place in
Los Angeles if we could raise premiums for what, because you wouldn't clear the brush because of all your green
and we
initiatives.
know a fire's coming.
Guaranteed. We know that. I got one better. I'm going to do one better for you. We know that's coming. But you know what? Let us raise premiums at least.
Which they did.
And California said no. Los Angeles said, no, you're not doing that. You're not allowed to raise premiums on these people. So they said,
we're out.
We're out because we have to make money. We're a business. We're out. They canceled your policy.
Correct.
They canceled 60. No, didn't you get like a call out of the blue? They're like, your policy's canceled.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
You're like, what?
Been with them 20 years.
20 years. We canceled your policy. You had to go shop for a policy. It took you a month, right?
It took me a month.
And it was very hard, and you pay out the ass now.
Pay out the ass, yeah.
Thank you. So that's what happens when activists and city officials, and when you have the city council. Bring up the Los Angeles City Council, please. 4 of them are socialists.
The frustration I have, I can't.
So the other fire, the fourth largest, the Camp Fire, the one that set off the 4th largest fire in Los Angeles history, was that last year? That was a guy who had a previous felony.
Yeah, arson.
He was on parole for a felony, and then was waiting to be tried for another felony out on the street, and then started it. And he had a DUI.
You're batshit crazy if you don't think some of these fires are started man-made.
There we are. There's the LA City Council.
Let's take a little break, B, because the playoffs are here. My Broncos are out of it. Whatever.
Sorry
Go Bills, I guess. We're talking about
watch
playoffs.
football and make money.
Yeah, you can. And you bet we are going to be watching. Get in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big time by betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try bet on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick right now. New to DraftKings, customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code FIGHTER. That's code FIGHTER for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Yeah. So we lost power, and now we're back. And so
the high winds.
Yeah, the high winds. Is that what it was?
I know for a fact it's the winds. Yeah, the winds are supposed to go to Wednesday, I think, till 2 p.m.
Well, winds are kicking back up. Now, I didn't see any smoke on the way here. Are we out of the woods?
No, I mean, it's only 10% contained.
Really?
But as far as it come over the ridge, they have retardant down, heavy on the retard.
Yeah.
They have retardant down, and it's blocking it from getting here.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Hey, here's my thing, though.
Yeah.
Okay, we made it out this time. No doubt. We made it out.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
Yeah.
There's going to be more fires within a few months. There's going to be more fires next year.
Yeah.
We got lucky this time.
Yeah.
At some point, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I guarantee you it reaches this studio, my house.
100%, dude.
All the valley. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when. What do we do?
I'm going to make a prediction. I'll make a prediction. Here's my thing about this whole thing. They're blaming governance. Okay, and governance definitely plays a part. Here's my thing about it all. If you lived in a neighborhood where every once in a while gangs would come in and kill your whole family and burn your house down, what you would do is you would go, okay, now that I know gangs are there, I would go find out where the gangs are. I have that option and kill them. Or I move, or I have all the guns, the biggest walls, and 24-hour security, and I'm drilling it, always being ready. None of that, we knew fire, they knew 100% that fire was 100% possibility. We knew that it wasn't a matter of when, it was a matter of if.
The fire departments told them
yes.
And said we don't have the resources.
And they go, fire hydrants
they defunded them, Bryan.
Fire hydrants are only made they're only for this and that and the other thing. If that's the case, fire hydrants aren't made for brush fire. I got it. I got you. Cool. Then where was the infrastructure to make sure it didn't happen? Infrastructure in this town is the worst because we have the shittiest infrastructure still. Those old power lines are still there from the fucking 50s and 40s.
I'll get too frustrated.
It's unbelievable. So bad governance all the way across.
Almonds, pistachio is $1 billion business. 70% of pistachios come from Northern California. The amount of water it takes to run the pistachio business could fulfill all our water needs.
Well,
and that's a privately owned land up there by some rich fucking.
There's a lot of stuff though. I don't know. I think that we have the water for pistachios and we have the water for this. It's a question of how you allocate the water.
Cool. Fuck the pistachios.
Well,
either way, I like them myself, but I like my home.
No. There's a lot of money in our agriculture, needs a lot of water, and we can handle it. California, a huge part of our economy is that agriculture. Let's keep all that. We don't have to do that.
You can do both.
You can do both.
But if you had to pick one?
Well, of course. I mean, but
I like almond milk.
No.
Hold on. I like my house.
That's not that, but that's not even an issue. You don't even have to bring that up. We have, with proper governance, with proper forest management, with proper when you have regulations and these green regulations, and you're not allowed to clear away shrubbery, it's the height of irresponsibility. You're just not being responsible.
Well, here's my thing. I'll get too mad talking about this political shit.
Yeah.
You were in Austin, missed all this.
Yes.
It's very smart. But you were in Austin at the Mothership shooting your special.
Yes.
A lot of people came out. Theo came. Our boy Theo
Vaughn came.
Mark Norman
warmed the stage up. Mark Norman warmed the. Yeah. Theo jumped on.
Love it.
Theo jumped on. I was laughing so hard I had stopped. I couldn't. He was bringing me up on Friday for my warm up sets.
Most talented person I know.
He's his new stand up. I was laughing. I'm up in the balcony. I got to go do my thing. I'm just laughing so hard. And, he's got his own unique rhythm.
Of course.
He's such an original.
There's an original. There'll never be another one like
his
him.
His comedy's out of its mind.
How good did it feel for you to be around that? Because even years ago, you weren't really because you've been doing it so long, you weren't around the club scene.
I'm old. But now being around that, doing what I did at the Mothership, those crowds, I put a little power out there.
What did I text you?
Yeah.
What did I text you?
You did. You said you got to get there.
You let these motherfuckers know, dude.
Yeah.
Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
Yeah. No, you did. You said, show these fuckers who you are.
Yeah, dude.
Remind them.
What the fuck?
Remind them.
Y'all must have, you want to leave my boy? Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been around the clubs like you.
Yeah.
But if you want to go toe to toe, I don't care who you are at the Mothership, Comedy Store, Improv, you want to go toe to toe with Bryan Callen, good fucking luck. And you're lucky because he hasn't been coming around because he's been busy dealing with other bullshit.
Yeah.
But when he shows up, y'all must have forgot.
Mark Norman.
And I told you, you fucking remind them.
Yeah,
dude.
it was good.
And like, we'll figure it out. But for what you're doing, you have to be there, Bryan. You have to be there, bud.
I think I do.
At least, I don't know if it's moving there full. I don't know, but you have to be in that zeitgeist. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm different.
Can we get you there?
I don't know. You and I can figure it out.
Yeah.
But you need to be there.
Yeah.
I think you have to, for where you're at in your career, you deserve.
Rogan said that.
You deserve to be there.
Yeah, Rogan said that.
Because and it's no one's fault. It's not like people are like Bryan Callen. No, you're just not. You're
Mark Norman
out
said
of sight,
to my
out of
buddy.
mind.
Yeah, Mark Norman said to Nick, he goes, "It's so good to see him back."
But everyone feels that way about you,
Yeah.
Bryan. But you're doing what you have to do right now in LA.
Yeah.
But I think for you to be in
the energy, there's so many places to perform.
you've been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
And again, people like, oh fuck, that's right, Bryan. And it's not that they're bad people. Like, they don't fuck with Bryan Callen. Everyone's so busy in their own lives, and Austin's popping. They don't even think of Bryan.
But I didn't realize, like I have to say too, when I was there, the younger comics, I didn't realize that
you're the Godfather.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't realize that.
You're my Godfather. You're the one that got me into it.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Bud.
Yeah.
But everyone feels that way about you. But you're out here doing your own thing. You're one of the guys. Yeah. You got to be one of the guys.
Yeah.
Not playing grab ass with me out here.
Yeah, I gotta go do my thing. Yeah.
Whatever we got to do to figure that out. You got to be there, dude.
We'll figure it out.
If Bryan moves, what happens to the podcast?
Well, we've always figured it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. He has to do what's best for him, though. That's what's best for Bryan.
Yeah.
Might be what's best for finding the kid.
Yeah. Maybe. You never know. Maybe we.
But I know what
you're flirting with the idea, a little bit.
I'm trying to control my rage from our government, and yes, my rage is so bad.
Yeah,
it's so, and I'm working on it. But it's tough.
No, you got some rage.
Yeah, man.
But this is justifiable rage. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to make a prediction on this too. California, so when New Orleans, during Hurricane Katrina, the entire legacy media did everything they could to tie the federal Republican government to the failures in New Orleans.
Of the levees.
Okay, and the levees. And everybody in Louisiana, and especially in the New Orleans area, didn't fall for it. They knew it was their Democratic misgovernment and corruption. And it brought in a red wave, Bobby Jindal and all those guys, and it's never gone back.
That's what happened here.
That used to be the blue, you could guarantee they were blue dog Democrats. They were never going to be, and it literally changed the entire topography, tapestry of that entire state.
How many years does that take, though?
It happened overnight after Katrina.
Yeah,
overnight.
Newsom has how long? He to 2027?
I think Karen Bass and Newsom are done. I don't. If they weather this storm, if Gavin Newsom, that stuffed shirt, and Karen Bass weather this storm, and Caruso almost won the mayorship, by the way. You should know this. He's a developer. The only structure standing in the Palisades is what Caruso built. He built it out of fire retardant material.
Well, no, but he also hired a private department.
But Caruso gets jobs. He's a business guy who gets
but he also
done.
hired a private fire department to cover his property.
Yeah.
So just so you know,
that's true.
Mayor Brass, Governor Newsom, Caruso.
Yeah.
All these people you see in the headlines, the chief of the fire department, this doesn't affect them. No. Their houses are fine.
But Caruso, what I'm saying is Caruso almost won.
I know.
And there was a last surge of city workers that showed up for Bass when they found out it was really close. They did this big initiative, the Democrats. So he lost by a very narrow margin.
Let's say it takes 4 years to flip.
I think it happens.
But let's say it doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's say it takes 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't think we have 4 years, B.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, here's the other thing that Adam Carolla
I don't think you have 4 years.
Well, no. he was saying with I agree. He was saying with permits and all that. I'm talking about LA. I'm not talking about me. I think that makes sense to go. But he was talking about
Newsom was talking about it, or Corolla?
Well, just the permits.
They're
That's right.
They're releasing the permits.
Yes, they are.
Because they overregulate everything to make it impossible to build.
That's right.
And they know they fucked up. So now that people have to do it, they know people are going to bounce. Because when you go, all right, so your house is burnt down, but you own the land, right? So we're going to it's going to be this much to rebuild it, but it's going to take 4 years with all the permits. They know people are like, fuck this, they're going to leave. So now, very conveniently, they're going, we overregulate everything. We're actually going to forego the permits for the next, 4 years. But just for you guys. And then after that, the permits are back.
And by the way, this affected the richest people in Los Angeles and the strong middle class people in
Altadena is African American.
Correct.
I mean, that's one of the first
Latin
places.
And all that, yes. And it was their own little paradise. They finally found a place, burnt to the ground. I think you're going to see these two things converge.
Puts me in a fucking terrible mood. But Mothership was great.
Mothership was
just so you know, I was supposed to surprise you on Friday.
Ah, fuck, dude. Really?
I bought a ticket on Southwest, flying out of Burbank. I was going to surprise. Ask AG.
Damn, bro.
But then,
AG was there.
Yeah, I know.
Gordon
I was texting everyone.
I
text Rogan. I'm like, how'd Bryan do? What are we? God, he needs this. Blah blah blah. And he was like, he crushed it, man. He's the first one. I think he didn't even shoot a second. I'm like, really? He's like, yes. I asked to talk to Nick.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, crushing harder than he's ever crushed.
Yeah,
like,
I think that second show I did better than I've ever done in my life.
That's what I heard.
I think
usually you exaggerate, but I've heard from multiple sources. Yeah. You crushed it.
It just was like, it was nuts. It was honestly nuts.
How's the Mothership?
It's great.
Is it cool?
Energy. Just energy. And I miss the hang. That guy Tommy Pope?
You're Mr. Hang.
Yeah.
Like that's your thing.
Yeah,
dude.
Tommy Pope? He's in Shane's atmosphere. Like he's on that, I think he's on that show Tires. Funny dude from Philly.
Okay.
Irish Italian guy. Just a guy who I can hang and talk with.
Yeah.
It was him, a bunch of other guys I had just met. They're all fucking great, but everybody just hangs. It's like a New York hang that we used to do all the time.
The best.
And we don't have
the
that.
best part of comedy.
Oh my God. We don't have it.
But I'm getting all these text people tell me, keep an update on Bryan, make sure he goes well. I go to his Instagram, right?
Nothing.
I'm like, not a single boat? It's not like Sebastian right now. Not a single
But I should have had somebody taking photographs. I was only thinking about the set.
No. Nothing?
Well, I posted videos of me and Rogan.
No, it doesn't matter. Nothing?
You gotta get pictures.
Yeah, I couldn't get a picture of you, Theo, and Rogan together in the green room. Boom.
But they're not big, those guys.
But it's not even big. Those are your boys.
I know.
Nothing, dude.
I know.
I get your page. It's a fucking.
literally
it's a
don't
promo.
think about it.
It's a promo. You're CNN.
Yeah. I don't think about it.
I need more organic shit out of you.
Yeah. But I took a picture with Norman and
My boy Troy Conrad's was shooting.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, man. That's my guy.
What a great fucking
He's
photographer.
the best.
He's crushing it too.
Yeah, he's
on
the
the road
best.
with Bert, on the road.
Oh,
with,
dude. He's been crushing it, though.
Yeah.
Name somebody who shoots him. Fluffy, everybody.
He's the first guy to say, hey, I'm going to start shooting photographers.
He's the very best.
So good.
He's the pinnacle. He sets the standard for everyone wants to be Troy.
He really does. I know. I love the guy. I saw Troy and I was like, you see certain people and it's just like,
He's one of my favorite people.
Here. I'm
comedy.
where I belong.
One of the favorite people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Just such a good person.
Yeah.
Always supportive of me.
Yep.
Such a good guy.
Yep. Incredible.
You had a good time. Where'd you stay out there?
I stayed at the Four Seasons, sir.
Oh, because Rogan put you up.
Because Joe Rogan put me up.
Okay.
So Joe does it right. He does it right.
And we're going back out there, first week
Can't
of
wait.
February?
Can't wait. February
Joey
8th.
Diaz?
Can't wait. Me, you, Joey Diaz, and Joe Rogan.
Oh, my God.
What? Huh?
That'd be
Come
fun.
on, man. Come on.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm going to have a very serious talk with him. You will just, figure it out.
A serious talk on the companion?
Austin.
Oh, with the three of us? Well,
No, I want to go out there.
yeah. I'm torn. I know California's a complete shithole.
Yeah.
I'm also, I don't know. I do not know.
Once you get there, the energy, like anything else, when you move somewhere and you're just there, like, Chin, what do you think?
My life here is dope, though. But, for what I do.
I know it is.
Like, granted, the comedy scene dried the fuck up and all our friends left and it's all this woke shit now, which is whatever.
Yeah, I know.
But remember, that was only one aspect of my life. as far as, I have my partner in the mechanical shop at Bruno, at Sick Motorsport. So I get we're building cars there.
Yeah.
I got, Tiger's fucking baseball, which is a big deal for me, man. You
There's
got
no
their
baseball
school.
in Texas.
They
And there are
got
no cars
great
there.
baseball and football.
Yeah, keep people aren't in the cars there.
I don't have a
no
Bruno.
trucks there.
I don't have a Bruno. in
Yeah, no,
Texas,
because there are
though.
no guys in Texas like that. Because Texas,
could be
they
tough.
drive. They've all drive tiny little electric cars. Nobody has a huge truck. There's no truck culture in Texas.
I know.
There's definitely no sports culture. Nobody plays baseball.
Football too.
There's no
one plays
football either.
football.
No sports are. He
The
wouldn't.
best
drive.
baseball players come out of SoCal, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. Listen, hey, yeah, because no athletes come out of Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know,
And,
dude.
and also nobody aligns with you politically there. And also we wouldn't be hanging out
Yeah, it is my people.
and just having you around.
I know.
Just having you around.
I know. I know.
You
dude.
forget that too.
I know.
Yeah.
I have 3 friends in LA now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
we'd
You have
be-
to do it no matter what.
Yeah, but
You have to. But yeah, we got to figure out.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Get out there.
And property value is going to go up for us.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say that, but yeah,
Well, it's just reality. Yeah.
it's a reality.
Yeah, people need homes.
I mean, your house, my ex's house, probably jumped. I mean,
So it's a good time to sell.
a large amount.
No, it stresses me out.
Can't get anything. You know what though? Hey, can't get anything nice in Texas. 30 minutes outside of. Don't look 30 minutes outside of Austin, where the river and the lake is, because there's.
I got to be
nothing
far
do.
from Austin. Austin's a little too busy.
I know.
A little too woke for me.
Oh no,
There's
I know.
too many hipsters.
Yeah, don't go 30 minutes out and look at what you can get. Don't, because you don't like lakes.
No, I like land, so I can put
What?
all my cars out there.
There's no land in Texas. There's no ranches.
You don't want to go there.
You don't want to go there. Don't go there. At least don't go and look at what you could get.
I know.
Because there's nothing. You're not into it.
I don't know if Donnie would do well in Texas.
Who?
though. Donnie.
You know what?
hot out
Your
there.
dog should always keep you where he should be.
He'd be fine.
Your dog
Hey,
should
how,
always
how
be
would
there.
you move fish though? How would I move my airlines?
You know what? I'll fucking kill them all. I'll come over and I'll kill them, and then I'll feed them to the cats, and I'll buy you a whole
those
new.
would eat your
I'll
cat.
buy you a fucking aquarium.
I'll tell you what, it was stressful because remember the oxygen and temperature.
Man,
So
I know.
Dude, bro, these arowanas were.
Yeah, I know.
I've had them since they were babies.
I'll get you arowanas in Texas, and I got news for you. There are less regulations. I'll get you a fucking
A
tiger
red
in
one?
Texas.
You'll give me a red arowana if I
You
come
can
to
get
Texas?
anything you want in Texas, including a tiger.
God.
Yeah, and then you and I hunting.
A red arowana would get me to move to Texas
Dude,
right now.
I'll get you a
Asian red
fucking-
arowana or
Yes.
golden. They're pricey, Daddy.
That's fine.
Well, you get a baby for like $3,500.
I'll buy you one.
All right.
You come to Texas,
You'll buy me a red arowana?
I promise you I'll buy you a red
Oh,
arowana
fuck, dude. That's 10.
and a tank. I'll set you all up.
Oh, wow.
It'll be my move-in present.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a big deal.
That's all I'm trying to
I'm
say.
all in.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. We wouldn't get any comics on the podcast at all.
Yeah. I hear
Yeah.
you.
Take a little break. This podcast brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game?
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Shifting a little money
away,
here,
you know what
a
I
little
mean?
money there,
Yep.
hoping it all works out.
Well, how about the name your price tool from Progressive?
Too easy.
You can be a better
Budgeter.
budgeter
Got that?
and potentially lower your insurance bill too, okay? You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance. They will help you find options within your budget. So try it today at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, price and coverage match limited by state law, not available in all states. And you would come to the mothership and you would
See my boys.
bully people. You'd come in and go, "You're doing the podcast tomorrow."
No, I don't want
And
to
they
bully
go,
anybody.
"But I have," and they go, "Oh, blah, 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 blah."
Shh, I'm not straight. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Chin would be down.
Chin's Texan.
I
Chin's
know,
a
dude.
Texan.
Call him back home.
I'm ride or die with you guys, but yeah, I love Texas, obviously. Hometown.
Chin came to both shows.
Dude, and by
with
the way,
a gaggle of people.
Bry was a superstar. I went to 2 different shows. He was a superstar. As soon as he came out,
Man. I know.
insane.
I know.
Yeah.
He wants to be
And he
this
killed it
weird
like crazy.
recluse fucking road comic that nobody ever sees.
Terrible.
I got a ton of DMs, a ton of messages from friends that were there that just said it was like your smartest comedy, so good. Like, I'm so bummed I couldn't make it. You know, I was so upset about it, but Every one of your shows I heard was great.
Yeah, it was pretty tight.
Well, you shot.
Is it tight?
Tight.
You meaning his?
I know, but the way he said it is so
No,
funny.
Yeah.
No, I know what you. Yeah,
I thought
I
he
could
was
see how you
tight.
like a boomer comment, but no.
Yeah, no.
Did you performed on Sunday too?
Yeah.
How was Sunday? You didn't
That
shoot
was
on
where
Sunday,
Mark Norman opened for me.
but you
twice.
didn't shoot on Sunday. You shot 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, or just 2 Saturday?
I shot 2 Friday. I didn't shoot 2 Friday. I did 2 Friday. Shot 2 Saturday. Shot 2 of them, and then did just a wrap up show Sunday. Just got up and
Nice.
loosey goosey.
Nice,
So much fun.
nice.
That was a tight. That was.
You
that
saw
was-
all our buddies.
I saw everybody.
Everyone came
Everybody
out.
came to the show. So flattering. Michael Malice and Lex Friedman and
Those aren't
Nikki
our-
Rod and
well,
Catherwood.
Gordon Ryan.
Mike Catherwood was
Mike
there, too.
Catherwood, of course.
Gordon Ryan, Nicky Rod, those are our boys.
Yeah,
Catherwood's
Catherwood's our
deep
boy.
throwback boy
Hell
of
yeah.
ours. Love him.
Trump was there.
Nolan Ryan
Great.
came out.
Nolan Ryan was
Mr.
there.
Texas
You know who
came
did
out.
come? Drew Bledsoe.
No, he
The
didn't.
Bledsoe came?
Drew
being
Bledsoe.
What?
serious?
Yes, he did.
I love
And I
Drew
had a
Bledsoe.
great talk with him. And he's like my age, so he was loving it.
Yeah.
And our boys from Drinking Bros, Dan Holloway.
Love them.
Dan Crenshaw came. Fucking Tim Kennedy came.
Timmy came.
Evan Hafer from Black
Black
Rifle.
Rifle.
It was literally everybody.
Our crew came
It was
out,
so
man.
cool, man. And then, it was Ross Patterson from Drinking Bros.
No, I love them.
Those guys are
FOMO,
great.
man.
But they brought fucking Drew Bledsoe.
love it.
So
I'm like, that's Drew Bledsoe. Because, and you know why I remember Drew Bledsoe? Because he was a handsome son of a bitch.
Drew
Still
Bledsoe
is.
was a
He still is.
baller, dude.
Baller. Dude. Elite quarterback.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
He
and
got
he
knocked
got
out of the
hurt.
game, and
Yeah,
then Tom
and
Brady
then a guy
went,
named
I'll
Tom
try
Brady.
this,
Yeah.
and he never got his job back.
That's what happened. Tom Brady. But he's every bit
you
of
know who
6'4".
knocked him out of the game? I'll give you $1,000. You know who knocked him out?
Wait, I think I do.
Don't help him.
Wait. Hold on. It was not Lawrence
It's
Taylor.
burning me.
Hold on.
He played for Penn State.
Yep. It was
You're never gonna
Harrington. It was LeVar.
LeVar Harrington.
I can't.
Did he tell you
believe
this?
You got that.
No.
I can't believe you got that. I don't have
Yeah, I
1,000
remember.
for you.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, LeVar
I remember.
Harrington.
I had to like jog my memory because I always
was a
liked
beast.
LeVar Harrington.
Scary.
Dated our girl Serena Williams for a while, for a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. Well,
That would have been an interesting. Those children would have been
that'd have been cool.
athletic.
Yeah, that'd been cool.
Yeah, LeVar Harrington was a stud, but yeah, he put a hurting on him.
Yeah, he's the one who knocked him out.
And I didn't really know, but I was like, I'm just gonna say LeVar
I
Harrington.
said Penn State.
because-
Is that what gave it away?
No, I just for some reason thought of somebody playing at that time
Who was
who was a
savage?
savage.
Yeah.
It's like Joey Harrison or something, like who is the
Yeah.
badass?
LeVar Harrington was a badass.
LeVar Harrington.
Have you seen? Well, we can't bring it up because of power, but Cam Newton did that
Dude.
special force thing. You see
Jumps.
him jump on the airplane?
Yeah.
If you
Again.
need, if you need a reminder how big of a freak Cam
Again.
is, he has all this gear on, and there's a plane. He's on a boat.
Yeah.
made it?
You gotta
Jumps on a helicopter, jumps from a boat onto
No one
the
else can do it.
onto the skis of a helicopter, pulls himself up. Like, come on.
like it's Mission
Oh.
Impossible 7.
You mean Denise Richards couldn't do it?
No.
Yeah, right.
Her breasts popped actually from the pressure of the water.
Are you serious?
Yeah. My buddy Rudy, our boy Rudy Reyes is on that. Yeah. But
Oh, Rudy's on it.
yeah, Rudy's one of the stars of it. He's been on it from the beginning. But yeah, Cam Newton, like you're dealing with a not just an athlete, a guy who knows how to
the best college players
block
of all time.
pain
Yeah.
and win. That guy's
No,
an
he's a
elite
freak.
human being.
Yeah, Heisman, man.
Yeah.
And also NFL MVP.
NFL MVP,
Beast.
monster, big man,
Yeah.
big man.
So now with your special, like, what's the plan with it?
I don't know.
You ever thought about that?
We'll talk.
You know, I'd like an old school cover.
Old school cover would be good. Drop it on YouTube. Do the
Did
podcast.
Troy
rounds.
take any pictures of you in front of the mothership?
Yeah.
Like you like this, the mothership behind you?
Well, so yeah,
I wish I had more time to help you out.
yeah,
We could have went through this.
yeah. I took pictures of me in front of the mothership, but with
Not with Troy.
no. It was really
Like on an iPhone?
yeah,
Come on.
that was really dumb.
Doesn't the mothership have their own photographer?
Yeah,
He had to have gotten some of you.
yeah. You got a lot of me. They got a
On
lot
stage though, that ain't gonna
on
work.
stage and also like
No, I need-
backstage, but
You could do a green room.
not Mother's Day. Yeah, I got a
We
bunch
could
of
do a green room.
Yeah, I got a
we'll
bunch of
look
that.
through them. I'd like you in front of.
I'll send you a
mothership,
bunch.
Yeah.
The lights were kind of messed up though that day, which doesn't really matter. But you could see calm and mud.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
it was just.
Oh.
The lights were a
off.
little bit off.
Did it say Bryan Callen the marquee?
No.
Did they do that?
I didn't
They
see
don't
that.
do
no.
that. They don't do that.
Either way, just you in front.
Yeah.
We could also Photoshop you in front.
Yeah, and I could also
the
do
best
it
picture, dude.
February
AI.
8th too.
Oh, we could do it. You just got to, yeah, that's exactly what we do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that going.
Yeah. And is Troy live in Austin now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Moved there 4 months ago. You know what I
Troy,
mean?
I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
I'll text him after this.
Okay.
We'll set that up.
Great.
That's what we need.
Yeah. Good shit.
Glad it went well, buddy. You deserve
It
it.
was great and felt really good, and more importantly, felt good to be in the mix. Got me fired up to do all those places. They have so many places that are packed.
That's what you do, Pete. You got to
what I
get back.
do.
You got away from it, man.
It's what I
not
do.
you.
I know. Going out there,
You're the
just-
funnest person to hang with. You're
Yeah.
a great comic. You've just been this recluse on the road.
Yeah.
But again, that's what you had to
I
do.
had-
to
I had to do
support
what I
your
had to do.
family.
Yeah.
But you got to figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
You gotta
Figure it out.
man.
We'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we when we evacuated, we stayed with my mother-in-law, who I love dearly. She's like, she's like my mom. But after 3 days sleep on the floor, I was like,
Oh, dude.
now we're coming back.
Oh, you'll miss your house.
Oh yeah. I was going back and forth to make sure my fish were alive,
Yeah.
but
I know a lot of people, man.
it was scary.
have lost their
The
houses.
wind. It was scary for the kids. That's why I slept with them, because the
Yeah.
wind, 100 miles an hour out there.
Oh, bro.
And one of the neighbors had a wind chime going all through the night. I'm like, yeah. I woke up in the morning, I'm like, you gotta take that down.
And I gotta say too, what a lot of people think is like, all those rich people lost their houses, they'll just buy another house.
No,
Let me tell you something. Most of the people in the
That
Palisades,
was
all their money
savings.
was in their
That's their
house.
life savings, yeah.
Their life savings. And a lot of them who are actors, I love when people think actors are really rich. I can tell you right now, the number of actors who who have $1 million in the bank is slim to vanishing.
Oh yeah.
Nobody has money.
This one actor just came out because his house burned down in the Palisades, or maybe he was renting. He's in Black Panther. He's in a ton of stuff. He goes, people think I'm rich because they see me in movies. He's like, I'm getting by month to month.
I promise you.
and he's like, if you saw his picture, like, oh my, that guy.
I can tell you that.
He's one of the main actors in Black Panther.
I can tell you
What,
this.
the best friend?
I didn't see
dating
Black
the bald
Panther.
chick?
I didn't. It was too woke for me.
Dude, 100% he's getting scale plus 10%. They don't pay actors anymore.
He's one of the main guys. He's in a ton of stuff. You would know him 100%.
Yeah. He's not making money. He lives
Now,
downtown.
granted, a lot of those people are going to be fine. It's not like if it burned down
If he
South
can keep
Central
working, yeah.
or Woodland
No,
Hills or
no.
a place where there's like
No.
blue collar
They'll
people.
Altadena, disaster.
Altadena, disaster.
And the federal government's going to come in and build those houses
it's-
back up.
But also, like the Palisades, like that Star Row it burned down. You're talking minimum $50 million house.
bro.
And a lot of them are vacation houses. Like those people will be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Either way, it still sucks, dude.
Of course. Let me ask you this.
Our boy Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo lost. They found
Segura's
the
old
chimney.
Palisades,
The
that's
chimney.
gone.
Yep, all gone. Let me ask you this though. So now, without a change in governance policy in land management, who's going to finance those houses? Who's going to insure those houses?
Well, insure.
It would have to be
Insure's not
the
gonna
federal
happen.
government.
Who's going to finance it?
Who's going to
Our
live
taxes,
there?
Brian.
Who's going to live there? Who's going to rebuild a house when that can happen again? I could never do that.
Well, you're not going to get a bank from
I
a
need a-
loan.
I need
but
a
also
guar-
the banks are going to give you a loan there.
I need a guarantee.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we got to build infrastructure that can fight the next fire in case this happens, because it's going to happen.
No,
homeless people
no,
starting fires.
It's not that you're fighting the next. You're not going to build a house that can sustain the fires. That's not going to happen. What you do is you focus on fire prevention. We
That's what
know
I'm
the
saying.
fires are going to happen.
5% of our budget went to fire prevention. 5%. 5% of the fire.
Oh, why? Because in
departments-
2006 they got $10 billion for fire prevention, and when they went back over the years and looked at what they've allocated the resource to, there's none of it to fire
There you
prevention.
go. There you go.
So clearly the only issue, climate change, whatever the fuck you want to chalk it up to, man started fires, whatever. The issue is your politicians are incompetent and can't handle this.
Fire happens.
Whether you're left, right, none of it matters.
Yeah.
So that your sacred space that you fought for and this DEI hire and all that shit, and you want your school to have that special room where your kid can go in and say, I feel like a fucking cat and they feel safe, that's burnt down, you idiots.
Yeah.
So would you rather have that or have politicians that actually allocate resources so your home's not on fire?
Yeah.
So your kid's school that you want this whole lesbian teacher to teach your son, those structures aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
So know what you're voting for.
Yeah.
It's all fucking
Well,
disaster. We got to move on, B.
infrastructure.
We can't.
I know.
We can't keep doing it.
Infrastructure.
You know what bums me out the most is like during times like this, you really want to think people are going to come together. And
They
for the
do.
most part, they have. And then you hear about people lighting fires and looting homes.
Yeah, but
you're always gonna hear that.
don't. But that's what the media wants you to focus
Yes.
on.
That's right.
You think so?
Yes,
Of course,
I do.
People are banding together like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they are. It brings out the best in
You know,
people.
we've had help from Canada, Mexico,
Yeah.
North Dakota
Oregon.
came over here, Oregon.
Yeah.
And this is great for you car heads out there. The fire trucks that came from Oregon.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
They had to stop for emissions testing.
Inspections.
No, it's not true. It's not true. Actually,
Are you
that
sure?
debunks. Yeah. Don't fall for the bullshit.
Okay,
That's not true.
But to this point, we've had a ton of help. Like people are uniting for sure.
Yes.
The arson and the looters. You're talking about 0.001%,
Correct,
Sanaz,
correct.
and that's what you're focused on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The firehouses, my family dropped off supplies like food and drinks for them at the fire station. They had a surplus of people that dropped off.
So here's my friend's house. I call him up and I go, "This is. I'm going to show this to you." I wish
the
we could put it
audience
up.
won't be able to see.
Okay.
You can still show it to me.
Yeah, I'm going to show you what it is. This is so crazy. So literally,
But Sanaz, don't get it twisted though. That's what the media want. They're trying to divide us. The California. Don't get me wrong. Newsom's fucking terrible. At the end of the day, black, white, Latina, Armenian, LA's together.
Yeah.
No one likes us, and everyone bands together, despite the government.
watch this.
But they want you to focus on that fucking garbage.
So I get this. I send it to my buddy, who was one of my, such a good guy. I've known him a long time.
70
I
years.
go, checking in on you, brother. Your house okay? Lost everything, bro. Fucking disaster of mega proportion. Well, that's the house. That's right. You remember Fabrizio from Via Veneto?
Yeah.
It's across the street from him. That's his house, right? Right? So they lost literally everything. They're going to move. They were going to come to us, but they couldn't get to us because they were in Westlake.
Yeah.
So he said, here was great, the point I'm making. I'm talking to him. He's like my age, made a lot of money.
Fabrizio?
No, my buddy Saul.
Okay.
And so people knock on the door. They're there with clothes.
Yeah.
And he started to cry because he goes, dude, people are so incredible.
Don't get it twisted.
And that's what made him cry because he was like,
don't get
people
it
are
twisted.
so fucking
The media's can make
supportive.
us seem like and make us divide us. And it's not that bad.
No, it's not. No, it's really not.
There's more good in America than there's bad.
Yeah.
Don't get it fucking twisted.
And there's so much people can do. I volunteered at the Pasadena Animal Shelter. I'm fostering some animals right now. Like, I mean, I can't do much, but if I can like help people in the transition and watch their dogs,
Yeah, man,
like
good
that's
for you.
something to do. And
It's a big deal.
they said there's so many people coming to help, and like our friends at True Classic, we just went over there and saw them. They're giving away so much clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Shout
what
out
they
to
do.
True Classic. They're just literally, Ryan's out there like literally just
man.
giving clothes away. Brand new shit.
Brand new, not the
Amazing.
defective stuff that got like 1 inch longer sleeve.
I know. Amazing.
So.
Amazing. Yeah. What are you happy with the football outcomes?
No, I am
No.
not. No.
on.
You
Well,
know
the
what?
Broncos got
Neither
their
of us
asses
are
kicked.
happy. Neither of us.
But the
are
Broncos were going to get their ass kicked by
Why
the
didn't they
That's
The
know?
Eagles are going to be in the Super Bowl. We know that.
We'll see.
The Birds will be in the Super Bowl.
The Birds.
Yeah, I call
you
them
have
the
a
Birds
name
because my wife's a
His wife roots for
fucking
him.
crazy Eagles fan.
well, she's a smart
now,
lady. That makes
now, your Chargers, did they lose?
Herbert.
Did they lose?
Herbert's having a tough go.
Did they lose?
Oh, no. Who
They
they-
were massacred.
By the Ravens?
No.
By who?
I want you to tell me by who.
I can't remember. Was that yesterday?
It was Saturday.
That's right. Saturday.
The Ravens played as well, but they did not play us. The Texans.
Oh, that's right. The Texans crushed them.
Texans.
That's right. I watched it, and then the Texans
They're a
just
big
pulled away.
preseason winner though. They're like everyone thought in the preseason they'd be Super Bowl bound. Like
Yeah.
they're talented as fuck.
The Texans are?
Yeah.
Really?
Stoked. Yeah. Their quarterback's a stud.
I think they're like 12-5 or something like
quarterback's
that.
a fucking stud.
So the Texans crushed, and then now we
I'm
got.
happy. I'm
When is the
actually
are the next game Saturday or is there a game tonight?
There's a game tonight. Rams
Yeah.
play. They relocated
To
they were-
Arizona?
to Arizona State Farm
Yeah. Oh.
Arena.
So the Rams are playing. The Rams are playing who?
I'm gonna repeat that.
Playing the
Brian.
Vikings.
I'm gonna repeat that. Yeah, and they beat them earlier. They left. They're supposed to play at SoFi, and they've moved the game to State Farm Arena,
That's very ironic.
What are the odds?
And where is State Farm Arena?
Arizona. Glendale.
Is the UFC going to be held?
Yes. You think the UFC gives a fuck about
They're gonna hold it as
Yeah.
the 18th.
Yeah, UFC's gangster. That's Saturday. And
Rams
I'll be in
Vikings
Florida.
tonight.
You will
Yeah.
truck stuff.
Yep. I'm working for Meekum.
Oh wow!
The big auction in Kissimmee.
Wow.
I know.
Good for you.
But yeah, the only thing is Saturday night I gotta find a place to watch that 311. That's card stacked.
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 We got the Merab versus
Merab Umar, I know. And then you got the major one, Sarukian versus
Yeah.
Makhachev.
That's going to be a wrestling.
Dude, I wish
clinic.
our
You guys make a bet on that yet?
I'm not betting on that. Have you seen Sarukian's body?
Have I seen his body?
No,
Bro.
I'm talking since yesterday.
Yes.
Of course, Bryce.
Yes.
First team all body.
Dude, the only thing that hurts me is he's about 5'7".
That's exactly
5'8".
what I said. I say he's short. Don't get it twisted.
So short. What a body, though.
Dime.
What a body. And that's just a lifetime of training.
Sure. Yeah. But who do you have in that fight? It's tough to pick against Islam, right?
I say Islam.
I'm rooting for Sarukian, and I think it's going to be a home game for him with all the Armenians here in LA. And I think Sarukian could
By the
do
way,
it.
Sarukian's
I wouldn't bet on it.
identifies as Russian pretty much. It's like, I'm a Russian athlete, but okay.
Yeah.
I think Sarukian, I think,
I just don't see him beat him by decision. Like he has to like KO him.
I don't think
TKO.
Makhachev does anything to Sarukian grappling wise. I think they're very evenly matched.
Well, he did the first fight.
Yeah,
he
but
can
I
get him
think
down.
they're going to both have their hands full with each other when they're grappling. My guess is it comes down to who can strike better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a great fight.
I mean, they're
Makhachev's
just
the
both
favorite.
monsters.
Makhachev's the favorite.
It's definitely Makhachev's hardest fight, probably, right? You could say. Probably his toughest fight.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. So this will be a real,
And think about who he's defending the belt against.
I mean,
No true 155.
yeah.
Toughest fight for
Yeah,
sure.
this is
I'm rooting for Sarukian.
Are you?
Oh yeah. And everyone's like, "Oh, you're anti-Dagestani." No, I'm not. You know, it's the same. I said this on the Shop Show. It's the same way I don't root for the Chiefs. I'm fucking sick of them always winning.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing Kelsey and fucking Taylor Swift and Patrick Mahomes. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I want to change. I'd rather, and I like Sarukian. He's one of my favorite. I'd rather Sarukian.
Who's
than-
Kansas City playing in the next? I want to know what's on the docket.
They have a bye, so
Well, they either buy the first round,
Yeah.
so then they'll play the
Nice.
lowest. They'll play the winner of L.A. and Minnesota, right?
yeah. But I
The
don't.
lowest
have-
seed.
I don't think they play till like the 24th.
They play next week.
January 12th through the. Yeah, you're right. Texans Chiefs. So they're gonna kill. Yeah, come on.
I never know. I hope they fucking lose. Same way, you know.
Yeah.
Makhachev's great. I'd like to see him lose. That's
Who
it.
do you have between Merab and Umar?
I have Merab. Now they're both injured. Now,
Oh, they're both injured.
Yes, that's
Oh,
the word.
no.
But here's the thing: I wouldn't bet on any of those matchups.
Yeah.
Not a chance. And they're injured. No.
That means they're-
Merab has to push the pace. Merab's gonna be down 2 rounds to 3 going into the 4th, and I think Merab can beat him via decision in the 4th and 5th if he presses the fucking pace like a motherfucker.
I think Merab has trouble holding people down.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Still get points.
Yeah. But
Good luck holding Merab down.
doesn't want to stand and bang with Umar.
No. So he has to put that pace on. Even if he's not successful with takedowns, you push the pace, plan
I
to
think
get him
Merab
out
is a
of it.
little bit afraid of Umar.
Well,
I don't
Umar's
think so.
favored
That's so
minus
stupid to say.
325.
Yeah, I think Umar. I
325,
think Umar's
yeah.
going to beat him. Umar's just too good. I actually think that Merab there's a little hesitation there. I think whenever like a fighter's like, who is he? He hasn't beat anybody. He's just jumping. He's got to earn it. I'm like,
It's a fair point, though. Who's he? I mean,
yeah.
he beat Sandhagen and he's jumped to the top.
But I think the word was always that guy was in the wings. He was always the nightmare. You know?
Yeah, but you want him to earn his keep.
Sandhagen is no joke, man. Sandhagen, by the way, on any given day could beat any of those guys.
Yeah, it was a good. Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
We'll see if he gets another shot.
I wouldn't want to be in that.
Then you got
weight
Yuri.
class.
You
That
got
weight class
Yuri.
is such a
Yeah.
nightmare.
You got
Yuri and
Yuri
Hill.
Jamal Hill.
I say Hill.
Me too. I
Yeah.
think Yuri
I like Yuri a lot though.
Yuri gets hit way too much.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't care about that fight. That's a fun fight, B.
That fucked up.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what's
good fight.
funny? The odds on that, they're both minus. Yuri's minus 108 and Hill's minus 112.
Again, I wouldn't bet on anybody on this fight because that one's a toss up. It's like
This is a great
Yuri
card.
could do it. He's wild as fuck, but Jamal Hill hits like a fucking Mack
Yeah.
horse. but then Yuri has the worst striking defense in the heavyweight
Yeah.
division. So it's like, I don't know.
I
man.
know, and when I see that crazy, like I don't all that karate stuff. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm always like,
And
oof.
then you also kicking off the main card.
Holland
You got
and
Kevin
Ritter.
Holland and Ritter.
I like Holland.
I do too.
I think Ritter can submit him, but again, who knows? I don't know. Again, on this card, like if everybody fought 10 times, I think this guy wins 5. This guy wins.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a great card.
It's a great
for
card.
the casuals. Maybe it's not the biggest names for him, but dude, talent wise,
yeah.
competition
And
wise,
I'm bummed that Merab and Nurmagomedov are injured. Do you have any idea what injuries?
It's rumored, but what is that?
we don't know. Some kid talking in the office. Obviously, it's good enough where they can still compete, though.
I get a kick out of like the special forces. This guy was like, I think he's like a SEAL Team 6 or whatever. And he goes, he's built like a brick shit house, you know. And they were like, "What do you do?" And he goes, well, the worst injuries I got were in the gym. And here's what a lot of guys do before they learn. He's like, I was in there almost. I'm doing hang cleans, Olympic lifts, throwing my back out, and then I saw the grizzled tier 1 veterans with beards. They all look like bikers and bums. You know what they're doing? They got body armor on and they're walking on a treadmill at a thing. They're like, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm not gonna get injured. I'm just gonna be walking with weight. Yeah. It's like just certain things that are like, you know, the way you train is everything. But I don't know. It's impossible.
I don't know what that has to do with Merab.
I was thinking about like trying to stay injury free is so fucking hard. Everybody gets
about?
injured in
It's the fight game.
MMA. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
You fight with injuries, just
Everyone
like football.
Does. Everyone does. Fight game.
You just what do? You
Part of
just
the
shoot
deal.
yourself up and
That's just a part of the deal.
yeah.
It's what you sign up for.
It's bad knee. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever see that Gordon Ryan thing when he's talking to his Gordon Ryan? He's going to the Abu Dhabi, you know, the DC's whatever, and ADCC, and he calls her. He goes, so I gotta. He goes, I pulled my ACL or my MCL, and the doctor goes, so what are you asking? He goes, can I wrestle in this thing? It's like the Olympics for us. And he goes, you want to wrestle? You want to do jujitsu with a torn MCL? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, well, first of all, do you think you can be competitive at that? He goes, oh yeah, I'm way better than everybody. It's no problem. And he goes, I know, but are you prepared to realize that you could have this exacerbate this injury and the injury will be with you for years to come?
Yeah,
and he
you
goes,
just have surgery
yeah,
regardless.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Fucking wins.
Oh yeah. Sports.
Yeah.
We got some current events, Jen, that we can't see.
Probably not.
So we can try to do the ones that you don't need to see video of, but let's see.
Just read them to
Second
us.
here. But I mean, some of them are just straight up videos.
Let's take a little break, B, and talk about wieners. The power's out, but that wiener's not.
You got it. Look, your sex game sometimes is not on point, you know, and you need
The power's out on your wiener.
You got to get a little pre-workout.
Time
for
to
your
wake it up,
You
dude.
need good blood flow.
Dude,
okay?
ditch all the prescription drugs, those gas
Good
station
blood
pills. We're
flow.
talking about all natural, backed by science, joy mode to help your wiener out in these dark times.
That's right. Natural substances backed by science. Get one. It's like an electrolyte package. Basically, like taking it, you mix it with water, you drink it 45 minutes, 4 hours before the deed,
Your wiener's all hello.
and then you'll thank us. So you're welcome.
Yep. So if you're ready to spice things up in the sack and boost your sex game and do it naturally with all the nasty prescription drugs, we got a special offer for Fighter and Kid listeners and viewers. Go to tryjoymode.com/fighter. Enter fighter at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's tryjoymode.com/fighter for 20% off your first order. Thanks, Joy Mode.
There it is.
Yeah, this first one here was a news anchor from KTLA who's shooting the fires, which, by the way, like the reporters need to go home. They're like standing in front of a blazing house. Like we get it.
Yeah.
But this guy's standing here, and we can't show it to him. But as he's reporting for KTLA, he goes and grabs a hose and he starts putting out a fire on the house that's about to catch fire. It's just so amazing. And like,
for him.
But did you see, and like this is my thinking, like I got, wifey and the kiddos safe out of the way. But then I saw a few people, like especially in the Palisades, there's this dude, I would have sent to you if we had video. He's 75 and it shows his home in the Palisades. Every home,
Yeah.
all
He
burned
bought a
down.
bunch of sprinklers to put on the roof, right?
No. He's like, yeah, they asked me to leave. I said, no, my dad built this house. It's been here 90 years. I'm not going anywhere. He goes, an amber would come. I'd take my garden hose, put the amber out. He goes, I was here for hours. Something would start, put it out.
Wow.
He was like, stay and fought.
Wow. Badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
And you know, like
Because it starts with like a little bush fire,
Yeah.
and then that keeps going.
That's
But
what
you put that
the
out.
fireman was telling me. He goes, when the winds are blowing like that, an ember will take something 2 miles away and start a fire over there. And then you're just out of, you can't do it.
Well, you
can't
got to
let
put
it
it
get
out.
to that
Yeah,
point.
you got to put it out.
Yeah.
And the firefighters have been so great. There's so many videos of them like trying to go in and once they're done bringing out like photo albums or like anything of importance to people. Like we have a video here of them bringing out like their keepsakes, anything that matters to them. Like I just can't imagine you lose everything. You know, some people's pets got left behind and
It's fucking terrible, man.
yeah, it's
my
like,
ex-wife
no water
was up
pressure.
there.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, my ex-wife was up there trying to salvage her friend's house because her friend's in New York working, and she went there and she saw a dog running down the street just alone, you know, running away. Crazy
I think
shit.
you guys covered this one on Shab Show, but I don't know if you saw, Brian. You saw that Khabib got kicked off an airplane.
Yeah, Frontier.
Frontier.
Yeah,
Boy, did they
Why
fuck
is he
up.
riding
Mr.
Frontier?
Humble. Mr.
he's
Humble.
awesome.
Man.
What was it? Because the people didn't feel comfortable with him being near the exit because he's Muslim.
Yeah, because the way he looks. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And like
Racial profiling.
By the way, with cauliflower ears, that beard, he looks tough as shit. They must have been like, if they don't know who he is, they're
that's
like,
the guy you want working
There.
in an emergency situation. Like, ma'am, he's probably the most equipped to deal with a high pressure
100%.
situation.
100%.
he tweeted
How
and said-
somebody on the plane doesn't go, ma'am, that's Khabib,
That's
the
Khabib
goat.
Nurmagomedov.
That's the goat. Do you know who he is? How no, but there's just all bitches on there. Nobody knows fighting. Not a single person recognize fucking Khabib.
Crazy.
Not one person like, ma'am, that's Khabib. Please leave him alone.
I wish I'd been there. I would have been like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are we doing here?
He tweeted, first of all, I need to clarify that it was Fly Frontier, not Alaska Air. Lady who comes to me with questions was very rude from the beginning,
was.
even though I speak very decent English and can understand everything and agreed to assist. She still insists on removing me from my seat.
Well, there's an update
Oh, give it to me.
from Frontier. So they're saying that the ladies were asking him first, you know, if he could volunteer, and then he just would not talk to them for the longest time. And eventually they had to get someone from the gate, an agent, to come in, and then he started answering questions.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So yeah, they said the video doesn't show everything, but I don't know. Unless you're there, how do you know?
How
for
do
a
you
fact?
know?
But if they're gonna kick him
They
out,
need a verbal agreement. He may not have understood that. I don't know.
they
Because
say he
they-
didn't answer. He didn't
They
answer
say
at all.
you refuse to answer.
Yeah.
Now, hear me out here. Let's say you don't know who Khabib is. You see a Dagestanian. They don't know he's from Dagestan. They see the right. Who blows up planes? Right. I'm just saying. So
Bruh.
no, what? I don't get why this is a thing. So if they go, sir, we need a verbal agreement. He goes, just face forward, like, what's going on here? Sir, we need a verbal agreement. Doesn't say anything. Oh, well, this ain't good. Clearly something's going on here. Let's go to the front and get security. Sir, we need a verbal agreement. And then he's like, what do you want? And then they're like, well, dude, what the fuck? This
That's a
is
very
suspect.
strange thing, though. He seems a very smart man, and I maybe he just didn't understand. Who knows what happened?
There's a video of it, so somebody knew who he was. You know, filming it.
No, those are just gossip bitches that they're like, oh, look at this. Maybe I'll go viral. Who knows?
He's also wearing a hood.
yeah.
And who knows if he had headphones? I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't answer at first. Who knows?
But before we rake Frontier over the fucking coals, you can understand how if he's not responding and
If
he's
that's the
of that
case,
ethnicity,
yes.
they're going, hold up, dude. Hold up.
Well,
We don't feel
especially-
comfortable flying
Yeah.
if what's going on here?
And also in the news, it's like a lot of people came over the border.
Yeah.
People get,
yeah.
I'm gonna drink my magic wine. That's the one thing I can
oh my
rely on.
goodness gracious! Yeah, when's the last time you guys had some mental block?
Dude.
I'll tell you what, if Frontier wouldn't have racial profiled if they had Magic Mind.
If they had kept their brain out of the fog and into the clear, then maybe.
Dude, you know how much cooler Newsom would be if he took this before he made those terrible decisions?
So much cooler, dude.
Your house would still be up, Palisades.
Still be up, bro. Still be up. Okay.
Here's another one. So this trans woman spent $17,000 having her ribs removed
Hell yeah.
so she could have a smaller waist. And now she's decided, I'm going to make them into a crown. Yeah.
She seems mentally healthy.
Yeah, she posted a video of it and you see her ribs.
Oh,
and
I
she-
wish I could see that crowd.
You can hear it at least. So here you go.
Hi, Richard. Guess yesterday. This is a trigger warning. I will be showing you them. I got them removed for cosmetic purposes. This
like
is your trigger warning. Look away if you don't like body parts. These are my rib bones. There's 6 of them. This one's so tiny.
I gotta see this.
She's a skinny girl. They let me keep them. I was gonna give them to my best friend, but I feel like they'd be happier with mama. Plan on having someone make a crown and like incorporate my bone pieces in there, like shave them down.
Here, they're
So
right
if you
here.
know anybody who knows someone who can make this a reality, let me know. Had a lot of you say really funny things like you're gonna.
I don't
boil
think
them
this is
down in a
fake.
Crock pot and make broth.
She's like, don't worry, I won't be
Chicken
partaking in
broth.
cannibalism, guys. But this is no difference than someone getting a BBL. I don't know about that.
No shot. Those are her ribs. Look it up.
How big? They look like Tony
It's like
Roma's?
5 ribs.
Here.
Are they big?
They're like this big.
Like beef ribs?
They
When
look.
they take out your ribs, your ribs are small.
You can't
they
take
cut
your ribs
some of your
out.
rib to make your ear.
I
I doubt
skeptical
that.
hip.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Really?
Nah, I've eaten ribs like that.
way.
Those are porky ribs.
Those are pork ribs.
I know I grew up on Tony Roma's. Shout out to them, Aurora, Colorado. Grandma sued them because she slipped
You
on the
can't
carpet.
have your ribs removed.
You can.
Yes, you can. Remember the Marilyn Manson?
Marilyn Manson
rumor?
did to
Chin
suck his
brought
own
that
dick.
up.
No, but that was like a urban myth.
Nah, that's real. And he's the kid from Wonder Years.
Oh yeah, the big brother.
I don't think you can have your ribs removed.
No, you can have them removed.
I mean, if it was a
100%.
medical condition, maybe, but I don't think you can.
No.
Oh, you could go to Tijuana and do it.
Can you get your arm removed? Can you get your fingers removed? No, right? Unless it's
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't think you can have your ribs.
Body
In
modification.
Tijuana, you
I
can
don't.
all day, man.
Tijuana.
You get your head removed down there if you want.
What?
What else you got?
Another one
those,
here.
those look like Tony Roma's pork ribs.
So this is a bit controversial. There was this 9-year-old
Carolina
Turkish girl in Arizona who got a tattoo. And in Arizona, as long as you're a minor and someone consents, you can do it. Apparently, she came to the tattoo guy last year and said, I want a Donald Trump tattoo on my neck. And the tattoo artist was like, I tell you what, go away for a year, come back, and we'll think about it.
She's 9?
Nah, she came back at 9, and now she has an American flag tattooed on her.
Well, American flag's pretty cool.
She's 9.
That's too young.
That's Tiger getting a tattoo right now.
Too young, but it's an American flag. So
If you're going to do it,
you're
American
never gonna
flag's
regret.
never going to go out of
You're
style.
never going to regret an American flag. Like that's the one thing I would. You know what?
Now-
You know what?
Now, if she puts on some weight, that flag's going to be
I don't have a tattoo, and I want to get an American flag.
No, get CIA across your chest.
not
You know how Cain Velasquez has brown pride? Get CIA pride.
Not a small tattoo.
No, it's not.
I mean,
But I
those
like it.
parents should be in jail.
The parents should be in jail, and I don't agree with the tattoo artist doing it. I know a lot of tattoo artists who won't
I would
tattoo
never
your
do it.
face or your hands. Like, but you're going to tattoo a 9-year-old?
They wouldn't let me tattoo my neck. Remember when I went to get in Ireland?
Yeah, in Ireland, he was
of
like, I
people
ain't doing
don't-
your
yeah,
neck.
one of the
'Cause
job
you-
stoppers.
This is your first tattoo. Remember,
But
he's like,
still,
your
I'm
first
like-
one ain't going to be your neck.
But you're an
bro.
adult. I was still shocked.
I'm with that tattoo artist. He was like, nah, I ain't doing your neck.
One of the most offensive things I ever saw on TV, or maybe it was a movie, was the kid is 11, 12, maybe younger, like something like that. And he goes, Dad, I'm gay. And the dad goes, and I'm attracted to John or whatever the kid he plays with. And his dad goes, oh, you know, people go through phases. And the kid goes, Dad, I think about sucking his dick. And they wrote that, and the actor, who was clearly way underage, said it, and they did it as a scene. And for me, it's like, I would never be in that scene. I'd be like, I'm not doing this scene. I'm not doing that with a kid who's fucking under 12 or whatever he is. I'm not doing this shit. And I don't care if it's a reality and you figure out you're gay when you're
What
young.
set was
I'm not
this
doing
on?
that with
What
a
set
fucking.
was this on?
It was on. I saw it on fucking. It's a TV show or it was a movie or something. It was a TV
Like
show.
a
It was a
Lifetime
series or
movie?
something. Huh?
Like Lifetime or something?
It was some kind of maybe like an HBO
Was it
thing.
Urkel? Was it on Family Matters?
Yeah, it may as well have been. But I was like, if I was the actor, I'm not doing it. If I'm on the set, I'm raising major issues with it, and it's all because it was pro-gay. And you said you had a kid say, I think about sucking his dick. And that to me is fucking basically borderline criminal, I believe.
But even if it's a little girl,
think
it'd be the same thing. You don't want to see that shit.
I want to go in there and take the writers and all the woke fuckers who think it's okay and take a bat to their head. How about that? Fuck you guys.
If it's a young kid, regardless, girl, boy, it doesn't matter. It's not.
Yeah, it's called grooming, pedophilia, sexualizing children, all that shit. Keep that shit out of my fucking life, my world. Fuck you. You know, unbelievable.
Can we play this one?
Yeah, the audio is probably the best part of it.
This is a funny little clip from Family Feud. I just thought it'd be fun.
And by the way, just so you know, I'd feel the same way if he said that about a girl. So I think about sucking her, you know, her
Ew.
vag.
Asshole.
I'd be the same way. I'd be like, no.
Pause it and see what their answer would be.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
A part of the body that begins.
Let me refresh. So
Okay.
What part of the body begins with?
Oh, yeah, I heard it then.
Tell me a part of the body that begins with the letter T.
Tits.
Go ahead.
Tits. Testicles.
Testicles.
Thigh.
Toe,
Thigh.
tongue.
toe. Damn.
Well,
Thigh,
here's
toe,
the
tongue.
response.
She said, but
I was going to say tits. First thing that came to mind was
and
tits.
testicles.
Titties.
Was it on the board?
Was it on the board? No, there's no way.
The
Right?
crowd's all, yeah.
Steve is looking around. He said my favorite part.
Favorite part. As they're cheering him on. I love titties.
Without hesitation, and he saw absolutely nothing wrong.
Everybody's thinking it.
Tell me a part of
Everybody's thinking it, bro.
Funny.
Such a bro.
Yeah, that was a good
Hopefully it was
one.
on the board.
Daddies.
Got
Okay,
tits.
guys. How about this? Mark Zuckerberg is dead serious about his MMA fight. If you guys remember, he tore his ACL while training before.
That's not happening. Listen.
Why?
Did you see my favorite part when he was on Rogan? Complete fraud. My favorite part of him on Rogan is he's trying to relate to Rogan. He goes, I bow hunt. And as soon as I came out of his mouth, I went, oh, you fucked up. Rogan goes, really? And we've known Rogan so long, you can tell when he smells bullshit. He goes, really? What bow do you use? And he goes, man, someone from the team bought it. He goes, do you know what brand it is? He goes, I don't. And Rogan was interesting. And who's teaching you how to shoot this bow? He goes, like the people at my house, like he just goes down and and he's like, this is embarrassing. Rogan goes, yeah.
Joe will go like this. He'll get.
Oh my God. My whole thing, again, he's like, yeah, the Biden campaign was censoring us and threatening us and they were horrible to us. And, we're going to put a stop to that. And we're taking tampon out of the men's bathrooms. Cool. You can forgive him now that he's coming around and Trump's president and Trump has that, lawsuit against him and he's part of, so he's doing all this to cover his ass. Whatever. You can change and we can forgive him. It's all good. He wants to be on this side now and grow his hair out and do TRT and train with MMA fighters, act like he's not a cuck. Cool. We can forgive you for what you did, but you don't forget what he did. He sold his soul.
I have a different
over
take
there.
on it, maybe.
He also funded the Biden campaign. Don't forget that.
It might be also that he, I like Rogan and I were talking about this. When you start training, your testosterone goes up, and they've done these really interesting studies on how testosterone.
You guys are cute. Yep,
how
keep going.
testosterone changes your political proclivity.
Sure.
And I feel like he feels better like this. I think he likes being a guy.
Yeah. And you see
he's
Mark
around guys.
Zuckerberg's training so hard.
First of
It's
all,
releasing his testosterone higher.
I think
Oh,
Mark.
I don't. I think I don't.
I think Zuckerberg. He looks different.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
called TRT, Brian.
Oh, maybe, but that'll change you.
You think he's training so hard?
Yeah.
He's put on all that weight.
Yeah.
From that,
Yeah, I don't think he's that heavy. It's not that muscular.
he's gained a significant amount of muscle.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I think also he's a very disciplined guy. Probably has the best trainers, best food.
Oh,
all
of
that,
course,
right?
yeah.
I
And
also think-
they're like your testosterone's probably whatever.
I
this
have a
level.
feeling though. I think first of all, I think that they.
But
got-
again, I'm not
Yeah.
saying this isn't. I'm glad he's doing all this.
No.
But hey,
Yeah.
I'm saying good for you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fun side.
No.
Let's not forget though
No,
what you
100%,
did.
100%.
Suppressing, taking people's pages down,
100%.
donating to the Biden campaign.
But I have
Don't
a
forget
feeling,
that.
Bubba, I have
and
a
now
feeling-
that it's cool to be Mr. Trump,
Yeah,
now
but-
it's cool to be on Team
Yeah.
Trump. He's like, can you believe we did that?
But it might also be
The
that with a
lawsuit?
company that big, he got snowed. And this is what I mean. They got COVID wrong. They just did.
Of course they
From
did.
masking to vaccines to everything to
Took down
space,
people's pages,
distance, all of it,
misinformation. Yeah.
They got it all wrong.
Yeah.
He's running a company. I think he looked at that and saw that team of people and said, I built this thing. You guys made me look really fucking dumb. All you guys. All you motherfuckers made me. I'm in front of Congress. I'm the one taking all this heat. I'm trying to run a company.
Because you call the shots, buddy.
Right, but there's a limit to what you can do.
Not at
that's
all.
Why,
Not
that's
being
why
the
the
CEO.
safety thing, the safety guy was a social democrat, all that stuff. So he's like, he's a capitalist. So he's like, you guys made me look like a fucking idiot. you got everything wrong. I was doing what I was, the Biden administration is yelling at me, trying to fucking change everything. I'm dealing with that, the FBI and everything else. He goes, and I think nobody who's got an ego like that, who's that smart and also built something that big, likes to look stupid. And he fired the guy, the safety team. He said, we're going to do community notes, which is a better idea the way X does. And he was like,
where was this energy 2 years ago?
Well, 2 years ago, in a lot of ways, part of it might have been he thought he was on the right side of history.
Yeah.
But I would also say one more thing.
You guys are too.
No. I'm going to say this. I think anybody who runs a huge company like that, okay, wants to be on the good side of an administration.
Of course.
Right? Good for business.
It's the only reason.
Good for business.
Dude, he's in the lawsuit that Trump has.
It's also possible he did change his mind. It's also possible he's changed a little bit.
It's also possible he had to.
100%.
What do you think happened?
100%. But he's a very smart guy. And I think he's also a guy who can look.
It's also a business decision.
He can also look at it and be like, hey, guess what? You got it wrong with COVID. And I trusted you because I was trusting the science and Fauci and all those people because we all kind of trust. And he goes, and you were fucking wrong. And now that I'm looking at everything and I paid a price, here's the other thing. Facebook is a news source. He's looking at what crisis every news organization is in because they got it wrong. And here, watch this. Politico, huge organization. You know what they ran in the middle of the fires? You know what they ran in the middle of it? Talk about tone deaf. They go, Californians are terrified of Trump's arrival. That's what we're terrified of with these fires? Okay. You fucking losers. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like I think he realizes that Facebook.
He's a businessman.
Facebook could go the other. Like if Facebook gets it wrong again, the way they did with COVID, and so people are going to turn on them too, and the same thing could happen with them. So I think he's a businessman. At the end of the day, he's like, I want to get this shit right, and the people I have in power are getting it wrong.
I'm gonna do what's right now that salvages the company and makes the company money.
Right, it's a business thing. So it's a business decision.
It's a business. Yeah. That's all it is.
But
don't let him fool you though.
But he may be aligned more with us than he is with the fucking far left.
Now,
I think he always probably was. I don't.
No, you give him too much fucking credit.
I think these guys.
He donated the Biden campaign.
But I think guys like, because it was good for business. I think guys like this, Zuckerberg, in a lot of ways, started apolitical. They were like a little bit autistic, or they were just high functioning, very smart people that were more techie.
Of course.
I don't know how political they were.
Yeah, right. Like us.
Yeah, exactly. And then they get woken up and they go, hey, this is bad for business. It's bad for me.
Yeah.
That side is all liars, or they're just not, and all that. So
yeah,
it's a combination.
But I think if he came out and took accountability and owned it, was like, listen, I was going with what the Biden campaign I donated at the time I thought was right. I was way off. I fucked up. We went too far. I put tampons in the men's bathroom at Facebook. It was crazy, man. I woke up one day and went, holy fuck. I've gone too far.
Any guy,
we're doing it different.
To your point,
you got to own it.
To your point,
so that's my thing. You can apologize. Just own it.
To your point, anybody who owns a company that big, you better be on the right side of the administration. You want to be playing ball with whoever's in power, especially if the Republicans control the.
But just own it. Just own it. Don't grow your hair out, do steroids, and all of a sudden you're this bro.
He looks good. I like the new look. Voice sounds different. Neck is thicker.
I shoot bow and arrows. When he said that,
hey, you know what though? He wants to hang out with guys like Joe over the people he's always been around. People like the Austin crew's a lot more fun. Guys like us are a lot more fun to hang out with than,
of course,
than those fucking,
of course,
than the super sensitive.
Of course.
Thank you.
Again, I don't have an issue with them. Forgive them. All good. Welcome to the team. About the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Well, you know why you're doing it.
He's a bad motherfucker. It's all right. He's a bad motherfucker.
I think our definition of bad motherfucker is different. Yeah, I think he's a smart motherfucker.
He also
capitalized on it.
He not only built something, he continues to grow it. He's a bad motherfucker. That's a very smart, very disciplined, very, very competitive.
Sure.
Bad motherfucker. He's not built like a pro athlete.
Sure.
But
yeah, it's tough. I mean, we don't have to get into it. He didn't create Facebook. You know this, right? If we want to get down in the nitty gritty, he didn't create Facebook. No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't. No. The twins did, and that's why they got bought out. He stole that idea from the twins.
Case, dude. He's taken that company
for sure.
It is, yeah,
for sure.
He's an amazing businessman.
Amazing businessman.
He's a very smart
wicked smart.
Yeah, very disciplined. He's got a lot of. He's a badass. He's not a cuck. He's an alpha male.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know about
one of the
that.
richest men in the world. Mm.
That makes him alpha.
Yeah, it does.
So George Soros is an alpha.
100%.
Wow.
I mean, I like him, but he's a badass.
Bill Gates is an alpha.
100%.
The guy with tits.
Bill Gates is 100% an alpha.
Oh, see, I think our definition of alpha is different.
He's smarter than anybody you know, Bubba.
Yeah, smart doesn't make you an alpha. Of
course it does.
No, it doesn't.
More competitive than anybody you know.
No.
Smarter. He built Microsoft.
No, that doesn't make you an alpha, Bubba.
He built an empire.
Success doesn't make you alpha.
But I think building an empire makes you an alpha.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree. There's guys with empires who are.
But when you have that many people working for you,
that doesn't make you an alpha.
What's the him and Elon Musk? Is Elon Musk an alpha?
I'll tell you right now. I don't know. He's they're outliers.
They're alpha.
Alpha to me is this. So you're looking at success and he has all these accolades and money in the bank. Doesn't make him alpha. If a person came in to rob his house, he will not protect it. I guarantee you to the T, Mark Zuckerberg would run fucking fast.
I don't know what that means because right now you're talking about one definition of strength, which is somebody who can fight. But fighting is
courage, bud.
Oh, I think
courage.
I mean, I think courage is also compartmentalized, right? Because when I can answer that right away. Courage.
You know what's courage?
Courage is compartmentalized. So if some guys can't swim, they'd be terrified in water.
So let's take physical courage away from it. Courage is not putting tampons in men's bathroom when everyone tells you to. Hold on. Courage.
Yeah, that's a minor detail.
Sure, minor.
It's a minor
super
detail,
minor.
but it is. When you're running an empire,
yeah, sure.
Pay attention
I know he can do that stuff.
He doesn't.
So courage is not taking funding from the Biden campaign to suppress information. Courage is going, no, that ain't right.
That's not true. I don't think you were there. I think courage is this. Elon Musk has a lot of courage, right? He takes risks. So does Mark Zuckerberg. Everything that guy does is a risk, right? So buying the acquisitions that they do all the time, can be right or wrong. He is a major risk taker.
Right? Courage is not acquiring companies when you're already a billionaire. His life does not change, Brian.
Zuckerberg,
not an alpha.
Badass dude.
Oh, I disagree.
Badass.
I disagree.
I
think he's a good businessman.
I don't know how you accomplish what he accomplished without being a risk taker, having balls. I think
our definition of alpha is just different.
Somebody invading your house. It all depends, right? We'd all be afraid. It's just if you have the weaponry. If you don't, you're going to be like, holy fuck, 5 guys with masks. That's just. I think that you're off. I think you cannot say you cannot say a guy who changed the business landscape of the world with 3 billion.
It doesn't make him alpha.
It makes him. It certainly does. It doesn't make him a beta. I'll tell you that much.
I disagree.
He's more competitive than anybody you know. He wins more than anybody you know.
Than anybody I know?
Yeah,
motherfucker, I fought in the UFC.
Way more
You think a guy coming up with a tech company is more competitive?
100%. Have you been around these guys? Have you been around
I
these
have.
guys?
My dad's one of them.
Your dad's not Mark Zuckerberg.
No, he's not Mark Zuckerberg. No. All I'm saying, and you don't, Bubba?
Yeah.
Competitive?
Yes.
Professional sports to tech?
No, that's
risk, buddy?
100%. 100%.
Oh, no,
you have one idea. It's hilarious. You have one measurement of success or a risk. Professional sports compared to a guy who like Elon Musk, who changes, Elon Musk, let's take it. Look, so you're comparing professional sports, which is adorable. It's adorable. You're built a certain way. You go into that's what you've been doing your whole life. You know how to navigate, running, punts back, whatever it might be, catching balls, compared to a guy.
For what?
Compared to a guy who gets an electric car company off the ground.
Yep.
Makes it the most successful company.
Hold on, before you do that.
SpaceX, and everybody says you're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail.
I know. Okay,
huge risk.
Still a billionaire,
buys X.
Still a billionaire.
Yeah, I know. He got there.
PayPal.
He got there because of that. He's not a billionaire because everything he's done has been risky. Everything Elon Musk has done, they've said you're going to fail. Everything.
Sure.
SpaceX, Tesla, buying Twitter, everything. And what has he done? Crushed it every time.
Yeah.
He is a visionary.
Agree 100%.
The biggest risk taker and more competitive than anybody on the planet.
I disagree.
You don't become those people
I think Dana White's more competitive than...
You don't become those guys without being off the charts competitive. You don't.
I think our definition in competitive is different.
No, Bubba.
Because Elon's competing against who with that?
The world. The world. Everybody else who's competing with them. The guys that build these businesses are otherworldly. They're nuts. They really are.
Agree.
Yeah. Anybody who's that successful has a competitiveness that I don't think most of us can even comprehend. Jeff Bezos, who works more than the guy works, they were saying he works literally 17 hours a day. He doesn't sleep. Trump, same way. These people are out of their minds. I think they're when you hear people talk about them, like Musk, when you hear people talk about Bezos, they talk about the fact that they can work harder and longer and they're more competitive than anyone else. I've talked to Lex Friedman about Elon Musk. Musk is an absolute visionary who's like, let's just go. And everybody's like, but this doesn't make sense. He goes, shut up, don't be a bitch. I promise you. I promise you.
Yep. I definitely think he's competitive in the tech space.
He's just a competitive human being.
Yes.
He happens to have a brain that works in that. If he had the body, if he had a body that was like,
what happens?
If he had your body, he would have been a pro athlete.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah. It's the same
Bill
mindset.
Gates too, right?
It's the same mindset. Bill Gates is smarter than everybody in the room. And Bill Gates, have you read about Bill Gates? I have.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so Bill Gates was beyond competitive. Beyond. Like to the point where it was so out of control that and if you worked for him, he was like, listen, bitch, those guys, there was no like time off. You were going to win and crush everybody. They are conquerors. They are nothing short of conquerors. Nothing short. They are scorched earth motherfuckers, dude.
For sure.
I mean, your metric for
physicality,
that doesn't, you're adding physicality.
I'm not physical. No, discipline's discipline across the board.
So is competitiveness.
For sure.
Yeah. And so is being a leader and setting an example and taking, when everybody else in the world is saying this isn't going to work and you say, fuck off, it is. I promise you all those guys have done that way more than anybody else. That's what they wouldn't be where they are. They broke the mold. They were the guys who said, this is going to work. And everyone said, no, it's not. I promise you. Everyone. Elon Musk especially. They were just talking about him. Especially Musk.
Elon's an outlier.
SpaceX is going to die.
Yeah.
But Tesla's going to fail. I remember it so well. I remember I wanted to buy stock and I had people say, don't do it. It's going to fail as a company. Over and over. And people never want to give the guy his due. I remember with Twitter, he bought Twitter and they were like, it's not going to work.
I think people give it his due. My only thing with that, so let's say Tesla bombed. He's still a billionaire. He has the resources to keep going to the end of the earth to make it happen.
So actually, that's also a misnomer. So a lot of these guys, their wealth is in their stock. It really is. It's actually not in their cash. So it really is in their stock. So that's why when they say he's worth $400 billion, take it easy.
Hey, let's say they're off by 350 million.
Yeah, but that's
350 billion.
Yeah, no. But that's not.
Let's
say they don't have.
He's still a billionaire. Either way you paint it.
But he was always that person. Is what I'm saying.
Sure,
he got himself.
But all I'm saying is you have the resources. He can go to the end of time, dude.
Now,
several times over.
Now, but that's actually not true. I remember they were talking about. In fact, that's not true because when he bought Twitter, read up on that.
You can.
If that had really failed, he would have been in some trouble. He really been really leveraged.
No.
Yeah, he would have.
No.
He would have been in leverage.
He could still fund it
Tesla,
himself.
and he was at a point with Tesla that way too, where if it had gone, if that stock had gone to zero, he would have been in real trouble. Real trouble.
But to compare to everybody else, he'd still be okay.
He would be able to live in his house, but he wouldn't be some multi-billionaire.
He'd be a billionaire.
I don't know about that.
He'd have millions in the bank, guaranteed.
Millions, but that doesn't mean. But Elon Musk was always an insane risk taker and continues to be a visionary. So it's the wrong guy to criticize. Actually,
I'm not criticizing Elon.
Yeah, but it's also the wrong guy to say he's not an alpha or he doesn't take the risks that pro athletes do. You're off on that.
I just think we're off being. It's all good. It doesn't matter.
Hey, but
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but there's.
I think our perception of sports and tech guys are different. That's all good. I don't want to argue.
I think if you were with him, right, and you were playing anything with those guys, you'd be shocked at how competitive they were at everything.
And you ready for this? I think you would be shocked.
Yeah, I think they're like Michael Jordan.
Wow.
I think they're just as competitive as Michael Jordan. I don't think Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos are any less competitive than Michael Jordan at all. Yeah, I think it doesn't track that they would be.
I think if they played a game that they can't win, so what do you mean? So compare them to Michael Jordan,
just the drive to win,
Bryant.
just the drive to win, and the drive to put in that time. They put in just as much time as Kobe Bryant. I promise.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, And why? Because they want to win.
And it's different.
'Cause they're
Their
gonna
skill
win.
sets
it's
is
just
mental.
different.
Yeah.
It's all compartmentalized. So intelligence, courage, competitiveness, it's all compartmentalized, right? So a lot of times you'll see people that are super competitive at what they do, but when they're hanging out, they're, like Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan is really fucking relaxed and chill until you want to fuck with him. And then
I think it's just different. Like if you're like, oh, I'm going to make this business, whatever, $100 million business faster than you, you're going to have some trouble with Zuckerberg. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if I say one of us can win $1 billion, whoever doesn't stop running, I guarantee you will stop running then way before anybody I mentioned.
I think that if some people can push themselves physically beyond other people, and and other people can push themselves mentally beyond other people.
Yeah, agree.
Right? So it's compartmentalized.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't label Zuckerberg as an alpha just because he has a successful business. I know some successful people that are worth hundreds of $1 million, and I would not label them an alpha.
Well, I would say, alpha's always tricky. I don't like using the word alpha actually anyway.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I don't know what it means. Guys can be complete beta. Like if you saw Einstein walk in the room, you'd be like, that guy doesn't look very physical, but he's a fucking.
No, it's not. But it's not even about being 6'6", 250 pounds, 4%. It's not that. That's not an alpha thing.
Yeah.
Einstein, it's just courage.
When you read about Einstein, his arrogance, but his drive to prove that he could unlock the secrets of the universe. I mean, that's that kind of a person.
Different level.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to come to agreement. I don't find Zuckerberg as far from it.
I think if you were around him.
Yeah. I think it would solidify my answer. Yeah. But you dig him.
What do you guys think? What do our listeners think?
We have a definition up here. It just says the most successful and powerful male in any group.
There you go.
So it could be either or.
That would be Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
But
to
powerful
that definition,
as well.
for
Like powerful
sure.
could also be physical. It could be all sorts of things. So you guys are both right.
I don't think
all
Michael
good.
Jordan and those guys were great because they had incredible physical gifts. But it was Jordan's mindset, Kobe's
Mental,
mindset.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. That's what separates
their
them.
ability to push themselves
That's what
beyond
separates
the limit.
them for sure.
And that's like Bezos, the ability to push himself and work harder than anybody by far. Inhuman.
And think different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Steve Jobs, like, same thing. Just out of his mind. Just like, no, you can't do this. Fuck off. Yes, I can. Using whoever he had to get that job done, Quincy Jones, they would talk about him. He was going to stop at nothing. Came from, like, the worst place in the world and was like, I'm going to get to the top of the mountain no matter what. I think those people are I think that mindset is a mindset. It's a mindset. And I think some people have the strongest minds. And I think people like that have minds that are so fucking strong. They're just so strong. They don't need sleep the way we do. They don't need food. They can shut shit off. Their ability to concentrate, to focus until the job is done.
Yeah.
It's really focus.
Yeah.
They say that. They say like focus is I talked to our boy Joey and I said, what do you think is your success?
Joey
He
who?
goes, Joey Janum, my buddy. He goes, I think it's just like, I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. I just can focus for long periods of time.
Yeah. And
Like
do
he
whatever
can
it
just
takes.
focus, man. That might be the
interesting.
issue.
Yeah.
That weird inhuman focus for ferociously long periods of time. I think that's Rogan's secret. Rogan will play a video game if he's competitive for 15 hours and then pass out because he forgot to eat.
Wow.
That's why he stopped playing
Yeah.
Quake.
Laser focus.
Yeah. That's why he doesn't want to play golf
Just
because
a
he knows
work
he'll get
ethic,
obsessed.
like
Yeah.
relentless, whatever you're doing.
Yep. Pretty soon you're better than everybody.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Erewhon right now.
I bet they don't have power.
What the
Nope.
fuck?
I went up there earlier. There's a sign on the front.
What'd they say?
I think they open at either 12 or 1.
There we go.
Because I went there for breakfast. There's nothing.
There we go.
220 right now.
Yeah, they should be open.
220? Holy shit.
Yeah, because the
All right, let's
fucking
go.
power got shut off. Is that
Let's wrap it up, kids.
At least we got it done.
Got it done.
Yeah. We got to do ads too, so
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
knock it out now.
All right. That's it, kids. Love you. Bri, congrats on the special.
Yeah, amazing,
Woo!
Brian.
Buddy.
Amazing.
Appreciate it, guys. Love you guys.
That's it, kids. This is the Fire and the Kid. Our power shut off. We're out.